assignments. First, create two UML case diagrams for describing the use cases for ATM functions. An automated teller machine ATM or the automatic banking machine ABM is a banking subsystem that provides bank customers with access to financial transactions in a public space without the need for a cashier or bank teller. Customer, that is actor, uses bank ATM to check balances of his or her bank accounts, deposit funds, withdraw cash and or transfer funds, that is use cases. ATM technician provides maintenance and repairs. All these use cases also involve bank actor, whether it is related to customer transactions or to the ATM servicing. In many bank ATM, the customer is authenticated by inserting a plastic ATM card and entering a personal identification number. Customer authentication use case is required for every ATM transaction, so we show it as include relationship. Besides including this use case, transaction generalizations make the ATM transaction an non-concrete use case. Create an activity diagram for online shopping. Online customer can browse or search items, view specific item, add it to shopping cart, view and update shopping cart, checkout. User can view shopping cart at any time. Checkout is assumed to include user registration and login. Create a UML class diagram which shows a domain model for online shopping. Each customer has a unique ID and is linked to exactly one account. Account owns shopping cart and orders. As a web user, to be able to buy items, online customer could register. Customer need not to be a web user because purchases could also be made by phone or by ordering from catalogs. Web user has login name which also serves as unique ID. Web user could be in several states, new, active, temporary blocked or banned, and be linked to a shopping cart. Shopping cart belongs to account. Account owns customer orders. Customer may have no orders. Customer orders are sorted and unique. Each order could refer to several payments, possibly none. Every payment has unique ID and is related to exactly one account. Each order has current order status. Both order and shopping cart line items linked to a specific product. Each line item is related to exactly one product. A product could be associated to many line items or no item at all. Create a UML sequence diagram which shows how Facebook user could be authenticated in a web application to allow access to his or her FB resources. Facebook uses OAuthentication 2.0 protocol framework which enables web application called client, which is usually not the FB resource owner but is acting on the FB user's behalf to request access to resources controlled by the FB user and hosted by the FB server. Instead of using the FB user credentials to access protected resources, the web application obtains an access token. Web application should be registered by Facebook to have an application ID, that is client ID, and secret called client secret. When request to some protected Facebook resources is received, web browser, that is user agent, is redirected to Facebook authorization server with application ID and the URL the user should be redirected back to after the authorization process. User receives back request for permission form. If the user authorizes the application to get his or her data, Facebook authorization server redirect back to the URI that was specified before together with the authorization code. The authorization code can be exchanged by web application for a authentication access token. If web application obtains the access token for a FB user, it can perform authorized requests on behalf of that FB user by including the access token in the Facebook Graph API request. If the user did not authorize web application, Facebook issues redirect request to the URI specified before and adds the error reason parameter to notify the web application that authorization request was denied.